I'm Cash, and welcome back to Cash Talks Football, where we break down all the goals scored in the Premier League. And today we're doing Manchester United against Spurs. And if you missed our watch along, you missed a treat. But today there's some massive problems here with Man United. It was men against boys, and if it was 5-0, you would have gone, yeah. United did have a couple of chances to score, but in our live stream, we were trying to count the amount of times that United actually put 3 passes together. And it didn't happen. Well, there was one point where they put 7 and another point when they got 5. But quite often, I'd say at least 90% of the time, they couldn't put 3 passes together. And remember, if you want to pass the ball, you need a good team shape. Without team shape, you can't pass the ball. And you couldn't tell me what formation or standard of play or style or anything that United were trying to do, except for get the ball to Nacho or out to Rashford and try to run the ball off. But this is terrible right here at the start. I'm going to go on to this first goal. Well, Rashford actually had the ball, and you can't see it in this full clip because I don't give it to you. He actually takes a touch, and then he puts the ball there, and instead of actually going to make a tackle or do anything, he just runs past Van de Ven. Just runs past him. And off goes Van de Ven. He just runs past him. Now, this is the same goal that they conceded against FC Twinkies in the week, where they gave the ball away, and then one of their players just ran through the whole of the field, no problem whatsoever, and nobody tackling. Again, no shape. You can see, look, this guy going out here for some reason instead of going towards the ball, which he could do because he's far enough away, but there's nobody even close. Now, also, I want you to notice this. This is basically the whole problem at United. This left back here, Dalot, is nowhere near in the proper shape he needs to be. He's gone too early. He's gone up too far. He's past the midfielders, right? But it's his reaction at the end where he doesn't bother to run back when Brendan Johnson here kicks the ball in a goal. He just lets him do it. And you should, when we see it in a minute, you're going to go, wow, yeah. You don't just quit on the 18-yard box. You keep running all the way. But the fact that nobody is here anywhere near to stop this run is shocking. This is the first time the United players start converging on Van de Ven. But look, still here, still a problem, still not back in shape, still not running hard. Jogging, ball's knocked out. Dalot actually stops running. Right here, he stops running. He stops running here. You can see the gap has got wider, not shorter, because he's slowing down now to tap this ball in on the back post. As we play this forward, though, watch Dalot's reaction. Watch his reaction. Ball comes across. Ball goes into the net box. Now, this is the key point. That's his player that was right next to, 5 yards in front of him, and now is at least 10 yards in front of him. Well, 12 yards, because we can see it's on the penalty spot there. 12 yards in front of him because he didn't bother tracking the runner in the first minute of the game. Well, sorry, I think it's the second minute. I think it's 2 minutes, 45 seconds, something like that. But if you're not trying to run hard and defend in the first 5 minutes of the game, well, the game's over because you're just a passenger. You shouldn't even be bothering to play, let alone his rugby tackle later on. But watch his response here. Watch it. Puts his hand up. Just move myself to the other side so you can see, look, he puts his hand up saying it's his fault, taking responsibility. Well, what everyone would rather you do is track your runner and not let the goal happen instead of, in the second, third minute of the game, putting your hand up, going, oh, it's my fault. We can all see it's your fault because you should have tracked the runner. Yeah, the break through the midfield, sometimes those happen. But you know what? You should have tracked your runner. Rashford should have made a tackle. There should have been somebody in front of maybe the defenders, a midfielder, somewhere on that side of the field, considering the ball's on that side of the field and all the midfielders are over on the other. But honestly, this is something that one of you would do on a Sunday league when they just scored a goal on you and you're half drunk from the night up, before. You're not really up to the pace of the game. Not in the Premier League at Manchester United at the Theatre of Dreams. This guy needs to check himself and actually remember who he plays for. Yes, this is a red card. We're just going to talk on it briefly. Reason why is you can see he's slipping. So when he's slipping, this foot here naturally is going to actually try to brace yourself on the ground and stop yourself from slipping. If you're trying to extend your leg up here, it's a conscious thought and an effort. You're actually consciously trying to kick the other player, which he does. Consciously stretches out his leg, tries to get him with his studs into the knee. Now he doesn't, he gets him down by the ankle. But he should know better, and it looks awful. To me, it was a case of a player wanting to get off the field as quickly as possible because it was just an awful game. And United did play awful in the first half. They picked up a little bit in the second half. They played a little bit better. They came out, but they got punished for it. But overall, just awful performance from Man United. And he wanted off the field as fast as possible, and he got his wish. Now, this is right at the beginning of the second half. United come out attacking, and I think it's one of the dumbest things that you can do, right? You're 1-0 down. Keep it 1-0, at least for 10 or 15 minutes. If you go guns a-blazing, especially like a team like Spurs that are going to attack you, you're going to get punished. Smart coaching, smart players. Guys, we need to keep this 1-0 for at least 15 minutes. If we get to go, we can go. But if you overcommit, like exactly what they've done here, we're going to get punished. So, 10, 15 minutes, let's just make sure it's still 1-0. And then maybe we push and go for it for the last half an hour and see if we can get an equaliser and make it 1-1 and get a point out of this. You don't go attacking them, because if you do, you're going to get punished in behind, and that's exactly what happened. Now, not only that, this goes here. I want you to watch this guy, Martinez, dive for this ball, trying to flick it here, on the ground. Like, this guy isn't a defender. You're not doing that. You're tracking and you're going back. You're not trying to do a whizzy fly kick thing and be on the halfway line, paralytic on the floor, lying down as they go running in behind you. You're just running with them, right? You're supposed to be pacey. You're running with that ball and you're doing the thing that you know that you can do, instead of the thing that there is a minute chance that you might get. There's a minute chance you'll get that, and that is absolutely rubbish. But let's get on to right where the cross comes out. You can see the acres and acres and acres of space because United have pushed on. And not only that Martinez challenge was useless. He should have just back here, tracking the runner, waiting to see if the guy makes a mistake. But now, one of the United players, I think it's Van de Ven, he comes streaming across and puts in a great little block. Look at the ground he covered. And of course, if Martinez was actually slowing him down instead of having a picnic on the ground, it might have been even easier. But again, no one's coming over the cross here in the middle. As soon as he's pulled over, De Ligt's gone wide. Someone needs to be tracking here in the middle. And this little cross here is poor. It really is poor. And because of the flick up, now this is a quality little flick, but Onana still should be able to get this. I still can't believe they got rid of David De Gea and have Onana in there. Like, De Gea would still be, he would have saved this easy. Onana, I don't think knows he's allowed to use his hands in goal. No one's actually told him that, because right now he could probably get this as it flicks right past him. Right past him. It's just not good enough. United are going to have all sorts of problems. They've got Aston Villa next. Okay, so here we are on the last goal. It could have been a lot worse if Timo Werner and Dominic Solanke could actually finish their breakfast. It probably would have been 5 or maybe 6-0. But right now, I want you to watch this on the front post. Player behind Casemiro, okay? Let's just keep that in mind when this ball comes across. Casemiro's supposed to be marking him. There's the player. As it moves forward, he gets in front of Casemiro by 1.5 yards, 2 yards. He's not gone with him. So when he jumps for this header, he can't challenge him on the front post. Now, personally, if I was United, I would do what they were doing last season and having people on the post, because they can't defend for anything. So I would be putting extra people on the posts to come out and challenge for things like this on this near post. When this comes in, it's a simple flick. Nowhere near challenging for that header. Casemiro, absolutely nowhere near. Dom Solanke is the only one alive. The rest of United, I don't know why, first off, Dom Solanke is not marked in the box. I don't know, because I'll tell you what now, I'm telling you, Ten Hag doesn't know, the Man United defenders don't know, but he gets his little touch on it and gets himself a goal. United are in absolute shambles. The way that they were trying to pass and play in the first half was terrible. They're really going to struggle if they keep this up for the season. Top 4, I think, is never going to happen. I'll be surprised if they keep their manager by Christmas. Other than that, you let me know what you think in the comments below. And I'll see you next time on Cash Talks Football.